Hi there, welcome to this Think on the Run today. This is what I would call how to get lost on a run, which I did today, and you'll probably see, if you watch this through, the places where I got lost. You'll see a bit of graffiti, a bit of freeway, all sorts of things. So I'll talk about the run at the end and why I ended up here and got lost. Anyway, my thoughts. So there's a couple of things. So it's been really interesting to watch the development of online learning. You know, it's Radiant Think, we've been doing it for about 3 years. So it's interesting to see the acceptance becoming more mainstream, because online learning is often sort of viewed as, I don't know, not as good, but I think done right is actually better than sometimes classroom learning. So I could talk about that for a long time, but I won't. But anyway, we've seen a bit of an uptick in interest in our online course, as companies want to utilise resources that are perhaps not as busy as they are at the moment. So there's that. Tomorrow morning I'll be up early, myself and Steve Schneider with our Configurable Opinions, putting together our next one, which will be probably posted in probably about a week's time, about the ABC. We've had some discussions around that topic, just trying to see what sort of shape it will take, and I don't really know what sort of shape this discussion is going to take, because there's probably some quite, I wouldn't say controversial, but a few reality check areas that will be interesting to get our opinions on, I think. The other thing, my friend Cooley from Business Process Solutions, he's heavily involved in the SAP community network, and he was the main arranger for the SAP Inside track in Melbourne that we did a few weeks back now, and Radiant Think, we recorded the day and everything and prepared it for YouTube. But he's working through doing a SAP Tech Night, which he normally runs, I don't know, probably four or five a year, I think. So this will be going online for the next one. So he's just working through the nuts and bolts of that, and I may get involved maybe in some of that if he needs a hand. But other than that, that's probably my main topics. So this run, originally I was going to go to a place called Sweetwater Creek. It's a nice track. It runs down a hill, ends up at the beach, and I quite like doing it sometimes. So I got there, lots of people, because I got there a bit late, and I thought, not a good place to run, social distancing, narrow track, lots of people, didn't seem like a good equation to me. So I came to this other one, which I've run maybe once or twice before, and I sort of had an idea of where I wanted to go, but I got horribly lost. You'll see that in the video, but it was fun. I quite like going to new places and discovering bits off the main beaten track. So you'll see a bit of that, you'll see a bit of graffiti, you'll see a bit of freeway, you'll see a bit of everything. And so this one, the first part of the reserve was created in recent years, I think. When the freeway went through, it sort of split the suburb a bit, and so we had this big space of land, and so it's become reserve, and the other side of the motorway was always reserve. So that's sort of how it came about. But it's nice to have these places, and as you've seen, I've been to a different place every week on my run so far, and they're all been sort of bushland. So I'm lucky to have them around. I'll try always going to a new place, but I'm not sure if any lockdowns or anything increase and travel's a bit more restricted, may not be able to, but anyway, we'll see how that goes. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.